Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to Three's End this morning. On occasion, I'll get something that floats through the email and really strikes a chord with me. This is one of those. This is one of those emails I received 3, 4, 5 days ago. Rather than paraphrase it, I'm going to sit here and read it to you, lest it lose any of the impact it had on me. It's entitled "Dead Bug: A Tribute to Military Aviators." In victory, you deserve champagne. In defeat, you need it. As we get older and we experience the loss of old friends, we begin to realize that maybe we bulletproofed aviators won't live forever. We aren't so bulletproof anymore. We ponder. If we're gone tomorrow, did I say what I wanted to my brothers? The answer is no. Hence the following random thoughts. When people ask me if I miss flying, I always say something like, yes, I miss the flying, because when you're flying, you're totally focused on the task at hand. It's like nothing you will ever do, almost. But then I always say, however, I miss the squadron and the guys I flew with more than I miss the flying. Why, you might ask? They were a bunch of aggressive, wise-ass, cocky, insulting, sarcastic bastards in smelly flight suits who thought a funny thing to do was to fart and see if they could clear a room. They drank too much. They chased women. They flew when they shouldn't. They laughed too loud and thought they owned the sky, the bar, and generally thought they could do everything better than the next guy. Nothing was funnier than trying to screw with a buddy and see how pissed off they would get. They flew planes that leaked, that smoked, that broke, that couldn't turn, that burned too much fuel too fast, that never had working autopilots or radars, and with systems that were archaic next to today's new generation aircraft. But a little closer look might show that every guy in the room was sneaky smart, and damn competent and brutally handsome in their own way. They hated to lose or fail to accomplish the mission, and seldom did. They were the laziest guys on the planet until challenged, and then they would do almost anything to win. They would fly with wingtips overlapped at night through the worst weather with only a little form light to hold on to, knowing that their flight lead would get them on the ground safely. They would fight in the air knowing the greatest risk and fear was that another fighter would arrive at the same 6 o'clock position at the same time they did. They would fly in harm's way and act nonchalant about it, as if to challenge the Grim Reaper. When we flew to another base, we proclaimed that we were the best squadron on the base as soon as we landed. Often we were not invited back. When we went into the O Club, we owned the bar. We were lucky to be the best of the best in the military. We knew it, and so did others. We found jobs, lost jobs, got married, got divorced, moved, got broke, got rich, broke some things, and knew the only thing we could count on, really count on, was if you needed help, a fellow aviator would have your back. I miss the call signs, the nicknames, the stories behind them. I miss getting lit up in the O Club, full of my buddies, and watching the incredible, unbelievable things that would happen. I missed the crew chiefs, saluting them when you taxied out on the flight line. I missed lighting the afterburners, if you had them, especially at night. I miss going straight up, and I miss going straight down. I miss the cross countries. I miss the dice games at the bar for drinks. I miss listening to the BS stories while drinking and laughing until my eyes watered. I miss three-man lifts. I miss naps in the squadron. with a room full of aviators working up new tricks to torment the sleeper. I miss flying upside down in the Grand Canyon and hearing about flying so low that the boats were almost blown over. And I miss coming into the break hot and looking over and seeing 3 wingmen tucked in tight, ready to make the troops on the ground proud. I miss belches that could be heard in neighboring states. I miss putting on ad hoc air shows that might be over someone's home or a farm in faraway towns. Finally, I miss hearing dead bug called out at the bar and seeing and hearing a room full of men hit the deck with drinks spilling and chairs knocked over as they rolled in beer and kicked their legs up in the air, followed closely by not politically correct tap dancing and singing spectacle that couldn't help but make you grin and order another round. I am truly a lucky guy and have lived a great life. One thing I know is that I was part of a special, really talented bunch of guys doing something dangerous and doing it better than most. Flying the most beautiful, ugly, noisy, solid aircraft ever built. An aircraft that talked to you and warned you before she spanked you. Supported by ground troops, committed to making sure we came home. Being prepared to fly and fight and die for America. Having a clear mission. Having fun. We box out the bad memories from various operations most of the time, but never forget the hallowed memories of our fallen comrades. We are often amazed at how good war stories never let truth interfere and how they get better with age. We are lucky bastards to be able to walk into the squadron or a bar and have men we respect and love shout out our names, our call signs, and know this is truly where we belong. We are aviators. We flew and we are proud. I am privileged and proud to call you brothers. Push it up and check 6. So many of the stories you see in 3Zen are stories that I lived, I heard about or experienced, and I can sit and read some of these paragraphs and pull an individual story out. So take the time to look through and maybe you'll see or hear a story that'll take you back to one of the sentences of this email. Until then, it's good to see everybody, and dead bug. Talk to you later.